Hi, welcome everybody. We're just about to get started. I'll just wait a couple more seconds to make sure everybody has had a chance to get logged in and are ready to start. I'm really looking forward to counting down to our launch that's going to take place in roughly 30 minutes. Well, let's get started. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us today. This is a very exciting day for Team BoardSpace. We can't wait to show you what we've built in our version 3.0 Watson release. So today I want to just talk about a few things such as why are we bothering with a 3.0 launch? I want to take you down memory lane. I want to show you some of our earliest designs, and wow, some of them were pretty ugly. I have a short update on some technical details for those techies in the crowd. We're going to take part in a software race, and this is your chance to have your picture taken in our very own special photo booth. So why upgrade? Well, like everything else, technology needs to be updated. It's just like your Microsoft Windows, and Windows has gone from XP to so on and so forth, and now we have Windows 10. And all the updated technology brings new possibilities, new capabilities. So we also really needed to bring our various pieces of our software stack up to date. So what's coming in our 3.0 launch? Well, you will be very impressed with the faster page load times. We have an improved navigation that is consistent across all of the pages. It's also more intuitive. For new users, we have a more straightforward onboarding process. And for everybody, we have a new dashboard page which will give you insights into what you need to do now for your board. So who is the Watson of 3.0? Well, Watson is none other than Jeff Watson, my developer, and who has been with BoardSpace since literally the beginning. He's written like virtually every single line of code in BoardSpace. I couldn't have done it without Jeff, and I am really proud of what he has accomplished in version 3.0. So a little trip down memory lane. I can't talk about BoardSpace without remembering my condo that I lovingly refer to as the damn condo, because this is why I started BoardSpace. When I had enough money to buy my first home, it was a condo, and it was a decision that I soundly regretted within only a few weeks of moving into it. It was a lemon, lots of problems, but I got on the board because I wanted to help, and 5 years later I had this idea. It wasn't even called BoardSpace at the time, it was called Condo Compass. And I decided not to run again for my board so that I could have more time to work on this idea that was growing. And now, so many years later, Condo Compass became BoardSpace because I realized nonprofit boards had many of the same issues as condo boards. So the name was broadened to be BoardSpace, and so this is what we now have today, version 3.0. So in 2013 in Montreal, this was the very first time I ever even talked about my idea. I went to a startup weekend, and these startup weekends were 48 hours of building a company. So starting on Friday night after work and going till Sunday afternoon, in small teams, people would put together initial designs and some initial research and marketing and so on, and create a little business. And so this was the first time I ever talked about BoardSpace, and with a team, I worked on it for the 2 days and then made a presentation at the end about what we had accomplished. So this is really the very first time. I hadn't even started working with anyone else in actually moving the business forward. This was perhaps our earliest website. It was simply chairs in a boardroom with the logo, and there you could see the initial design on that laptop. So pretty darn ugly. The first prototype was actually built at Algonquin College by students. And the very first designs that they ever gave us looked like this. I'll let you watch the video of it. So you can see the interesting menu on the left-hand side here, these little diagonal menu tabs that popped out to the left. But you'll also see some similar features to what we have today. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but that's certainly enough to show you what the first design looked like. You can certainly see. So here's one of the things, all these pop-ups for motions and likewise for actions. Yes, they were a bit awkward. So a little bit about the technology. So we are a completely open source platform. And for those of you who are not familiar with the term, and I certainly wasn't when I got started with this, it means code that is written by a group of developers who then release the code for use for free to the public. So even the website is WordPress, which is also open source software. So I'm not going to go into any great detail about our particular languages and that we use, because that's getting out of my field of expertise. So a few videos that I want to share. This was a very fun video to be part of. I hope you noticed that I'm actually in that video. It was done by Algonquin College by a group of students over the summer, and I had a lot of interaction with them, and I actually got to be in that final shoot. So that was really a lot of fun. I hope you never get this frustrated with your documents. Well, this was somehow an appropriate thing to do. This was in the early days of our lockdown, and I know we're all suffering through the same situation. I have nobody in the office with me, so I brought my stuffed moose, and once in a while we would take a little dance, just to relieve the boredom and the isolation and have a little fun at the same time. I've been having fun with some of my video creation, and this is the first video that, well, at least I think it's funny. I hope you do too. Being part of a board means lots and lots of emails and even text messages. Way too many. I can't keep up with them all. They're everywhere. It's not safe. I'm staying down low so that I can catch a few and get them out of the way. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. I got it. It's done. Oh, but I missed that one. It got away. Oh, no. Too many. Keeping up with them is impossible. It's such a haphazard way of doing things. 1 minute you think everything is ready, and then there's another one to find. So now introducing the face-off between version 2.0 and version 3.0 Watson. Who will prevail? Place your bets now. Stay tuned for the race. So yay, cheers to the winner, 3.0. Of course it's 3.0 that won. It's Watson after all. So how did Bill become the company mascot? Well, it certainly wasn't planned.
All right, hello Montreal. How are you guys doing today? Woo, it's gonna be awesome. So, all right, I gave a talk like this in Singapore about 3 weeks ago, and I wasn't able to hit the back row. And someone tweeted at me, say, throws like a girl. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I said, all right, we're going to try something different in Montreal. You guys ready? Yeah. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's raining unicorns. Awesome.
Bill liked to get involved in any way that he could, and when it came time to have a previous birthday party and launch day party, well, Bill just had to take that opportunity to fly to the party by drone. What a unicorn. So I have a few special moments from the past that I'd like to share with you. So this is from many years ago, and you can see there is Jeff, my developer, in the middle there. That was he was part of the student team that created the first prototype. You can see the prototype over here, the one I showed you earlier on this computer monitor. Here's a couple of pictures from a birthday party that we had, a board space birthday party that we had at that famous damn condo. So these are both Jeff's. So there's Jeff Vandermaiden in this picture and Jeff Watson in this picture having fun with our photo booth. And of course there's Bill. Bill snuck into the pictures as well. When we were all done, we took a picture, a group picture at the front of the condo. So there's a few familiar faces in this photo. Lots of fun times, memories, lots of fun memories. And we've enjoyed a few cakes over time. And given that it's almost Halloween, I couldn't resist adding some of the pictures that I took last year when we carved pumpkins. And now the moment that we have all been waiting for. The countdown to the version 3.0 Watson launch is beginning now. And BoardSpace is launched. So let's jump right into version 3.0. So the moment you've all been waiting for is to actually see what this new version looks like. So let's get started. I'm just going to log in as usual. So let's go to one of the boards. So this is one of the new additions, is the overview page. So you can see the next upcoming meetings, next actions that you need to pay attention to, coming events, and any polls that you've been invited to vote on. So these are all live links. You can go directly from those links to the item, and then you can go back to the overview page. So you'll notice some changes overall. This top bar menu is a little bit different. So the board name is left justified so that longer board names will have more room. The menu items on the left-hand side are mostly the same. We've just removed the names from them, but if you click on them, you can see the pop-ups so that you know exactly what they are. There's the meeting page. You'll notice that this navigation is now consistent across all the pages. So if I go and look at actions, you've got these tabs to click on. Documents, events, and so on. So let's go back to meetings. We've made one change to the agenda builder. We have flipped the order. So you pick your module first from the drop-downs, and then you can edit the title. You add new items at the bottom, and then drag up to the position and choose the type of module that it should be. And from the agenda builder, you can now go directly to those minutes and dive in and get to work on these. So this navigation here is much better. I can edit and I can go back to the minutes. The action list is similar to what it was before. The only change, of course, is the navigation here. Same for documents. Same for events. The polls, we've made a few changes to the notifications section to make it more straightforward to use. This section is now divided up into the two different types of messages that you can send. One is the pre-written message and one is the custom message in two different sections. The beta polls, now you can save them in a draft format in case you're not quite ready to send them. So what's coming next for BoardSpace? So I'm going to be offering an advanced skills webinar so that we can go over using 3.0 to look at advanced skills. There's also going to be a basic skills webinar as well, so a skills level 1, and then the advanced skills for level 2 for BoardSpace users. I'm going to be rolling up all the ideas that I've gotten from you and from me into a list and ask for your feedback on them. I'm going to need to go back and update all of the help resources to reflect the new version. And now that the new version is launched, we'll be able to move ahead and get lots of new ideas and new features into place. So we've come to the end of our launch day. I've enjoyed myself immensely. I hope you have as well. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining in on this very special day for Team BoardSpace. And if you have any feedback on the new version, please continue to send me your feedback. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.